What's going on, guys? PlotArmorCards in the house, and I just got back from work, but I'm really excited because there's a new archetype that is being announced known as the Purery archetype. So let's just go ahead and get into it. It's like Eevee, but not Eevee. So yeah, that I can see the comparison there. So this thing is just called Purery. All right, nice and good to know. It's a 1-for-1 target right off the bat. Level 1 light fairy effect monster. Oh, they're fairies. Interesting. We've been getting a lot of fairy support recently. So as 100 attack, 100 defense, if this card is normal or special summoned, so nice, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 excavated Purery spell or trap to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. That's an insane searcher 1-for-1 directly into this, being able to search any of your spell or traps from your top 3, obviously. But secondly, you can reveal 1 Purery quick play spell in your hand, and if you do special summon 1 Xyz monster that mentions it from your extra deck, using this face-up card you control as material, this is treated as an Xyz summon, and if you do, attach the revealed card to it as additional material. Wow, and it has its own like Xyz summon condition and whatnot. That's pretty good. This is an interesting archetype based on this one card. All right, let's see what we got next. Purery Happiness. So it's a rank 2 light fairy Xyz effect monster, 2000 attack and 100 defense. So I'm kind of getting a Melfi vibe just off of this thing, just because it's kind of a weak attack point monster. So hopefully this thing has like a good win condition, or this archetype has a good win condition. Takes 2 level 2 monsters. If this card, okay, so maybe you can try this out in Splites if you really wanted to. If this card battles at the end of the damage step, you can add 1 Purery card from your deck to your hand. Okay, great searcher. Also, if this card has, but it has to battle first at the end of the damage step. It only has 2,000 attack, so you kind of limited in what you can attack. Also, if this card has Purery Happy Memory as material, you can make attack of the 1 face-up monster on the field. Oh, okay, so that's actually way better. Okay, there we go. That's actually decent. That's not bad at all. It's a great searcher, plus you can have one of your opponent's attacks. That's not bad. However, it's not a quick effect, so it's only going to happen on your turn. Thrice per turn. When you activate thrice, that's interesting. When you activate a Purery quick play spell card, quick effect, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material. Then you can return 1 spell trap your opponent controls to the hand. Nice, and it bounces spells and traps. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is not bad at all. The only thing, like I was saying earlier, tested in Splites sort of obviously, and now that I read it, I know that this is very Purery specific. So you probably aren't gonna test it in Splites. So just something to think about. Next, we got a Purery Beauty. It's a rank 2 water fairy Xyz effect monster, 1600 attack, 1100 defense. Again, generic, but based on the last effect, it's probably going to be very heavily Purery centered. Once per turn, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Its effects are negated until the end of the turn. Not bad. Except it does target, so something to think about. This is a quick effect if this card has Purery Pretty Memory as material. Thrice per turn. Okay, so they all have that thrice per turn thing. When you activate a Purery quick play spell card, quick effect, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material. Then you can change 1 opponent's monster's battle position. That can be useful, not bad. I would say that it's not as useful as this one. This is really good at bouncing, but this one has purpose. It's definitely good, but I would say this the first one up there is a little bit better. Next, we got a Purery Plump. We got a rank 2 Earth Fairy Xyz effect monster, 200 attack and 2100 defense, so you're going to be setting this all the time. 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can target up to 2 spells traps in the graveyard. Attach them to this card as material. If this card is a quick effect. If this card has Purery Delicious Memories as material. It says the graveyards too, so this is potential to screw over a couple different decks, honestly. Like something like Eldritch. Assuming that this, if I'm reading this correctly, graveyards, that would imply that you can take it from your opponents as well. So this does have potential as well. Thrice per turn, when you activate a Purery quick play spell card, quick effect, you can attach that card on the field. This card is material. They can banish 1 monster on the field until the end phase. That's not bad, actually. It's somewhat of an OTK enabler, so that's not bad at all. Next, we got a Purery Happiness. Now, this thing looks like a Ninetales. We had Eevee before, but this thing looks kind of like a Ninetales. It's kind of, I guess, now that I'm looking at it a little more in depth, these aren't tails, these are more of wings. So I guess I'm mistaken there. But okay, so Purery Happiness, rank 7, nice. Light Fairy effect monster with 2500 attack. Okay, so we do have a decently beefy monster with 1100 defense. Obviously, 2500 isn't the most beefy out there, but it's a lot more beefy than what I expected based on the fact that I was basing it off Melfi's extra deck support in terms of attack. 2 level 7s, so it's generic. However, based on the last one. It's probably going to be Purery. You can also Xyz summon this card using a rank 2 monster you control with 5 or more materials. Transfers materials to this card. So based on this, I'm assuming it's probably going to be relatively easy to get these up to 5 materials, just with their effects with the quick play spell cards. You can attach it to it and whatnot. So, okay, not bad. During your main phase, you can detach an Xyz material from this card. Dude, imagine using this and then going up to Zeus from here. That's kind of crazy now that I think about it. But okay, during your main phase, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, and if you do, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Wow. If this card has a level 1 Purery monster's material, your opponent cannot activate cards in effect in response to this card's activation. That's insane. When an attack is declared involving this card with 5 or more materials, inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent. That's kind of crazy. This is pretty good. I like this as a boss monster overall. Plus, you can do some insane plays with Zeus, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Next, we got a field spell for this archetype. Nice. Stray Purery Street. It's a field spell. Your opponent cannot target Purery monsters you control with card effects that the turn they were special summoned. Okay, nice. Once per turn, if a Purery Xyz monster you control leaves the field by your opponent, special summon one level 1 Purery monster from your deck or graveyard, which also, I believe, has potential to pop off its effect. This card is normal special summon. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Next. During each end phase, target one Purery Xyz monster on the field. Attach one Purery quick play spell card from your deck or graveyard to his. Okay, so it just keeps boosting your. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Next, we got a continuous spell card, Purery, my friend. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can pay 500 life points, reveal 3 Purery cards from your hand except Purery, my friend. And if you do, your opponent randomly picks one of you to add to your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your deck. Okay, it's a great searcher, not bad. If a face-up Purery Xyz monster you control leaves the field by your opponent, even during the damage step, you can add up to 3 Purery quick play spells with different names from your graveyard. Oh, it's a recycler. Nice. Next, we got Purery Happy Memory. Another is a quick play spell card. Apply this effect to one card on the field until the end of this turn. You can discard one card, and if you do, special summon one Purery monster from your deck. Once applied, the next time that card will be destroyed by a card effect, it is not destroyed. A Purery Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. This card can attack monsters a number of times each battle phase, up to the number of Purery Happy Memory attached to it, +1. Okay, interesting. That's pretty decent. It gives it a bunch more attacks, for sure. I'm curious how this will work. I guess it has Purery in it, so these all have Purery in it to some degree. So I guess they all apply, right? A Purery, and a Purery. Okay, so this thing, its effect, is kind of crazy if you think about it. When an attack is declared involving this card, inflict 1,500 your opponent. That is kind of crazy now that I think about it. Right? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But all right, moving forward. Where the hell was I? There we go. Purery Pretty Memory, quick play spell card. Each player gains 1,000 life points. Then you can discard one card, and if you do, special summon one level 1 Purery monster from your. So wow. That's kind of crazy. It has a built-in 1-for-1. A Purery Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. Once per turn, you can send one other card you control to the graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, attach it to this card as material. Purery Delicious Memory, quick play spell card. Make one monster on the field unplayable to be destroyed by battle. Until the okay, that's just weirdly worded. I got excited at unplayable. I was about to say. Destroy by battle until the end of the next turn. Then you can discard one card. If you do, special summon one level 1 Purery. Oh wow, there are 2 built-in 1-for-1s. A Purery Xyz monster that has this card as material gains basically 300 attack and defense for each material. Okay, so it can boost your monsters like crazy as well. That's kind of good. Purery Leap, normal trap card, so you could search it with Trap Trick if you wanted to. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one Purery Xyz monster you control. Special summon one Purery Xyz monster with a different rank from your extra deck by using it as material, but return the summon monster to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. So this is an easy way to cheese out your boss monster. Transfers materials to summon monster. You can banish this card, then target up to 3 Purery monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. That also great recycling. Then next, Xyz Trap. Oh, it's a reprint. Okay. So not bad at all. One thing I wanted to make sure overall, though, is 1 second. Okay, yeah. Just want to make sure. When you activate a Purery quick play spell card, so I think these are all, yep, they have to be Purery specifically. I was about to say, because if they're generic, they're kind of busted. I was thinking about, I had a thought in my mind when I was reading them off. I was like, if they're generic, I should try these with Mr. Runes and just see how that works. But, yeah, so these are all Purery specific. However, this overall seems like a really, really dope archetype. This is definitely something I'm going to be picking up. The second it comes out, I'm getting my hands on this. Plus, it's an adorable archetype. Like, it's just, look at this. It's adorable. It's adorable. This is crazy. But definitely, guys, let me know what you guys think about this archetype in the comments below. If you think I missed out on anything, or if you think I messed up on anything, of course, you can let me know in the comments below. And this is PlotArmorCards signing out for the day. If you like what you see, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And oh my goodness, look at the time.
It's time to